Welcome. We're going to learn about advanced printing, and first of all we just need to navigate to the printer preview or print preview panel. This is it. So this active sheet is having 4 pages. Now the first thing we are going to learn about is how to print an entire sheet or how to print a workbook. So if you want to print a workbook, you just come here to Excel and options and you'll print an entire workbook. Okay. I don't want to print an entire workbook, but it's an option that is available to you if you want. So you see the number of pages just increased. Okay. If you want, it doesn't matter the sheet you are currently on. When you raise the print preview navigation box, you just select the entire workbook from the Excel function. The Excel option here. So I'm going to select the active sheet, which has 4 pages, just to explain things better. So that's the first thing, how to print an entire workbook. You can also print a selection. Let's say I just want to print this first one. Then I press Ctrl P, get there. Then instead of worksheet, I'm going to selection, and you see here it's going to take this. If you want it to zoom out, you see, click to fit, and that's it. It will try and zoom out, but this page is just too tall for it. No matter the size, it's still the content is just too small. Okay, so that's how you print a selection and a workbook and an active sheet. I'm going to stick to an active sheet and explain other items. Okay, so first of all, what is collation? Collation is just how the printer interprets the sequence in which you want to print your copies. If you have one copy, it doesn't matter if you select collation on or off. But if you have 2 copies, as an example, 2 or more copies, I have 4 pages. If I want collation on, it is going to either print page 1 2 times, or even if I put 5 times, so it will print page 1 5 times, then go to page 2 5 times, page 3 5 times. Remember the number of copies that you put in here. So that's what collation means. If you shift the option, normally it will print page 1 first 4 to 5 times, then finish. If you print collation on, it will print page 1 to 5 times, page 1 to 4 5 times, then page 2, then the second copy of page 1 to 5, then the third copy, like that until it finishes all the 5 copies. So that's collation. The next one is layout. I'm just passing through this as it's arranged here. So the page per sheet is 1, of course. Sometimes you might have small content, like when we did selection, so you might have all the pages to be there, or when you're printing ID card, so you have the first one in the first page and second. I'm not telling you to print ID cards from Microsoft Excel, but sometimes it happens. Then the direction, is it printing left to right, right to left, top to bottom? You understand? Those kind of things. Most of this you will not really use it, but sometimes it happens. You can reverse page orientation, which is from experience. I have never touched this, but sometimes you might be able to touch it. Paper handling, sheets to print, it's all sheets that you've selected. Sometimes you can decide to print all sheets, but in an odd only or even only, like sheet 1 only, sheet 3, blah blah blah, all that. This is rarely touched according to my experience. Printer options, do you want color matching, paper feed, paper quality? Sometimes if you're connected to a paper, big printers have different types of papers. You have quality 1 all the way up to poor quality, so it depends on what you want, color, etc. But this is just MacBook bringing the printer settings from here for you to set it up here. Okay, same to this, like you'll be able to see the color levels for the printer that you have selected. Apart from that, most of the times you will be able to also choose sometimes where how you want to see it. Like, do you want to save as PDF? Because some printers are not really meant to print, they are meant to they're meant to, how do I put it, they're meant to save it as a different type of document format. Other thing I forgot to put across is always select here the default settings, or sometimes you might use to put last use settings. If you do that, it's just going to use the previous settings that you used to print your document. So that's it. I wanted to pass us through all these other options and see what you can do with it. Play around with it and find out, but before you print, remember there's a cost to you printing physical documents. The more you play around, the more costly it is, but to shift the settings is free of charge. So see you then in another tutorial where we'll be talking about macros. Now we are getting into the advanced items of Microsoft Excel. See you then. Bye.